We're going to add our final entry to our works cited page for paper 3, and we're also going to be doing some formatting. So at this point we have the three of the articles. Let's go ahead and we have our final article, which is Olvera. And remember, the articles have to be in alphabetical order by last name. So the entry of Olvera goes between Matlin and Wagner. So let's go ahead and we'll put the last name, Olvera, comma, and then if you remember correctly, the author's first name is Robert, so his first initial is R. So we'll put a capital R there and then a period, a space, and then we're going to we're going to start the parentheses, and we're going to look at the date. And right now I've got the web page open, and I found that web page from the link on Blackboard. And I think also if you Google in support of the End-of-Life Option Act, then you can also find the article there, especially if you add the author's last name, or the whole name even. So right now what we've got is we've got Robert Olvera, and we're getting the date, so 2015, let's add that, 2015, a comma, and then we'll go and get the month and the day, so February 13th. All right, and then we're going to close the parentheses, put a period and a space. Next, we're going to add the title. So in support, if you look at the title here, it says in support the End-of-Life Option Act. So that's what we'll put in the article, or in our works cited page. So in support the End-of-Life Option Act. And one thing I want to point out is that what I've done when I've typed it out is I've left the capitalization from End-Life Option Act. All of those words start with a capital letter in the title online and also in your works cited page. The reason for that is that it is a proper noun. It's a type of bill, it's a type of law, so it is a proper noun. It's kind of like this title that gets put in there. So I'm leaving it there. Also notice that I've maintained the punctuation from the article, and end of life, so there's a dash between end of and then a dash between of life, so that way you have end dash of dash life. So I've maintained that punctuation, and then I've also made sure that I maintain the capital letters in the End-of-Life Option Act. But support, that's going to get a lowercase s, because if we're following the APA guidelines, then that means that word, that S in support, gets a lowercase letter. So we're done with the title of the Olvera article. Next, we're going to put the publication in which it appears. So that means that if we look at the website where it comes from, we can see that it comes from the Orange County Register. So let's go back to our web page, or I'm sorry, not our web page. We're going back to the Word document. We're going to make it into italics. So, and then we type out the Orange County Register. And again, it's all capital letters because it's a title of a publication. And you're going to put in, because we got this specifically from a website, go ahead and add the information that it's retrieved from. So those are the letters you write, that's the actual words you write out, retrieved from, and then you're going to put the website address. So go back to the web page, go into the box where they have the URL, the web page address, copy it, and then go back over and paste it. So now we've got all the information in our works cited page. What we don't have, though, is correct formatting. So from bringing in sources from different other sources where it had specific formatting already set in, it didn't translate over to the formatting that we're using in our paper. So you can see that the Olvera formatting and the Wagner formatting is Times New Roman size 16. So we need to make that size 12 Times New Roman. So we'll go ahead and do that. Make sure that it's all Times New Roman. It's size 12. And then what we're going to do next is we want to see, we've got our work cited. Go ahead and make that the title at the top of the page that says work cited. Put that in the middle. And then with our items in the list, let's go to the paragraph formatting tab. So one thing that we need is that we're going to look at the alignment. So what I've done is I've gone to format and paragraph, and I've got the paragraph formatting box open. So what we got is one part that says alignment. It's left, and that is correct. We want left alignment. And the indentation, next part, one thing we want is we want the hanging indentation. So that's the type where the second line is going to scoot in and the first line is going to stay aligned with the margin. So next we want to go spacing, and I think it made it a little weird with the formatting, so we want to make sure that before and after it's 0 point, and then the line spacing is double. So it might already be that way, but make sure, just go ahead and set that up so that's all correct and it's going to look good. And voila, there we go. We have our works cited page with our 4 different entries in the correct format.